Hey folks, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. So, over the course of the last few months, I paid a total of about $335 to Fiverr and Upwork to monetize and grow my YouTube channel. And it was quite a wild ride, to say the least. So, I'd kind of like to just talk about how that went in this video. But before I get to that, it would mean the world to me if you all liked and subscribed to my channel. Thanks a lot. And with that said, let's jump right into the video. So the first promotional gig I bought was on Fiverr, and this was really early on in the game. I think I was only YouTubing for about a month before I decided to try this. But in that time, I published a lot of videos, and I wanted to try to start making money off them as soon as I could. So after scouring Fiverr for a while, I came across this guy, Rami Malek, who offered a YouTube channel promotion to Monetization service for just $50. Yes, that's right. This guy claimed that he could get me organically to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 total watch hours, which, for those of you who don't know, that's the criteria for the YouTube Partnership Program, for just $50. Crazy, right? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, yeah, you're not wrong. So I bought this guy's service, and he completely bombed on me. He told me I'd meet my monetization goals in just 3 weeks starting on July 25th. But I didn't even get one subscriber in a full month. And you can see that in my analytics. My watch time went up a bit, but nothing happened with my subscriber account. So I ultimately had to cancel my contract with him. Super weird, right? Well, believe it or not, the story gets weirder from there. See, I had to contact Fiverr's customer service to get a refund from the seller because the seller just wouldn't go along with my cancellation request. And that all went fine. I got my money back in the end. But here's the crazy thing. When customer service got back to me, they actually told me that the seller was offering a service which went against Fiverr's guidelines. Yeah, so I found out in the end that Fiverr apparently doesn't like YouTube monetization promotion, which honestly seems kind of strange to me because when you search YouTube monetization on Fiverr, you find a bunch of people offering that service, and they say it's all organic promotion, so I don't know. But hey, that was fine by me. I kind of just moved on from there. The next promotional gig I tried was on Upwork, and this was from a lady named Pooja. Now, this was another service that promised to provide 1,000 real subscribers and 4,000 real watch hours for YouTube monetization, but it seemed a lot more reputable than Rami Malek's gig. Granted, it was also more expensive at about $120 versus the $50 I paid Rami Malek, but Pooja here had completed 160 jobs, boasted a top-rated plus status, and had a 94% job success rate, which was quite different from Rami Malek's, I don't know, what was it, 7 reviews that he had? I don't know, I actually can't check anymore because he's no longer on Fiverr. I think he got busted. But anyway, Pooja seemed to know what she was doing, so I bought into her service on August 26th, which was about 2 months ago from the time of this video. And at first, I was glad I went with her. Not gonna lie, within just a few days, I started to see dozens of subscribers, and my watch time was going up consistently too. Here you can see on my analytics that I had only 1 subscriber on August 30, and the next few days that number just keeps going up. 45 subscribers on August 31, 109 on September 1st, 199 on September 2, 277 on September 3, etc. And my watch time was also spiking too at certain points, although for reasons I'll explain in a minute, I don't think this graph gives a super accurate picture of what happened there. So yeah, obviously this was a really welcome change from seeing absolutely nothing happening on my channel at all. However, over time, I started to doubt whether this was really the kind of traction I wanted. See, I was getting a lot of subscribers, but none of those subscribers engaged with my content. There were a few likes, but 0 comments, which kind of made me wonder if all those subscribers were just getting paid to watch my videos and didn't really care about my brand, you know? Also, when I checked my YouTube analytics, I'd see that most of my traffic was coming from Dhaka and Bangladesh, which further led me to think that my content wasn't really finding its way to the right audience under Pooja's promotion. And as for my watch time, yeah, it would spike, but it would also randomly drop. And I'd like to be clear here, by drop, I don't mean that I wasn't getting any watch time. I mean that the watch time I got during spikes would actually vanish from my total watch time a few days later on my analytics page, which was super weird. It kind of made me wonder if YouTube was adjusting my stats for fake watch time. And this happened quite often. I'd say 4 or 5 times in a month maybe. Now eventually I did get to 1,000 subs under Pooja's promotion, as well as 4,000 hours of watch time. But holy crap, was it a roller coaster ride. I was supposed to meet the criteria for monetization in 10 days, but between all the adjustments YouTube kept making to my watch hours, I had to wait a full month to apply to the partnership program. That whole process went okay, even though my watch hours dropped to 3.4K hours a few days after I applied. I was somehow approved for the partnership program in just 2 weeks. So everything worked out in the end, right? Right? Well, it depends on your point of view. I mean, yeah, on one hand, it was nice that I could finally start making money off my content. But on the other hand, I hadn't grown much of an audience. Sure, I had 1,000 subs now, but I was hardly getting any views, likes, or comments on my newer videos. And my watch time? Well, as of the time of this video, it's sitting at 2.3K hours. And there's the proof that YouTube adjusted my stats, by the way. So I decided to try a different kind of gig from there, and that brought me back to Fiverr, where I found this guy TopGigs1. Again, very professional looking at the outset, from the UK, been on Fiverr for over 10 years, over 1,000 stellar reviews, etc. And as you can see, he's got quite a lot of different YouTube promotional services here, and they all have great reviews. So I thought, hey, why not give him a shot too? He seems to know what he's doing. And as long as it's not another monetization service, it should be cool with Fiverr, right? So I decided to buy 2 different gigs from him at 2 different times to compare their effectiveness side by side. And this was the first one. I will promote your YouTube video to targeted YouTube viewers. I bought the Extreme package here for $60, and this one promised to promote one of my videos to 80,000 real targeted viewers in 7 days with an anticipated 5 to 10% conversion rate to views. Not a bad prospect, right? Well, that's what I thought too, up until it really wasn't. Oh, I can't deny that I got what I paid for. The video got almost 9,000 views virtually overnight with decent retention, and most of them were from English-speaking countries. But none of that traction led to even 1 subscriber, and there was only 1 comment. Also, as soon as the promotion ended, the video utterly flatlined. It's gotten only 2 views this whole month, if you could even believe that. Alright, so that's what happened with the first service I got from TopGigs. Let's look at the second one now. So this one here says, I will do professional and organic top YouTube channel promotion. And right down here it says, I will promote through PPC advertising campaigns, Google AdWords MCC, to a targeted audience who enjoy watching YouTube videos and exploring different channels in order to drive targeted visitors to your channel. So yeah, it's basically a promotion that's focused more on promoting your channel as opposed to one video. And I like the idea because, you know, by this point I'd published quite a lot of videos on my channel and thought I'd built up a pretty good brand that was worth promoting. So yeah, I bought into it, and this was the Pro package again, which promised to promote my channel to a targeted audience of 3,000 with a 5% conversion rate to subs. And that was at $60 with a 14-day delivery window. So how did that do? Well, let's see. So I placed the order on September 21, and then on September 23, you can just see this big spike here in my subscriber count. I went up by about 200 subscribers that day. But again, they weren't from English-speaking countries, they were from Vietnam. Then the number dropped. You can see that I lost about 15 subscribers on the 25th, got 10 more back on the 26th, and it kind of stayed steady from there. Not much happening in terms of watch time, though. As you can see here, it's mostly flat. And I got no comments whatsoever. So yeah, overall that was disappointing too. I mean, yeah, I got a decent number of subs, but since those subs didn't engage with my content, well, they weren't worth much, were they? Okay, and that brings me to my last Fiverr gig, which is this one. I will do marketing to improve YouTube video and channel popularity by Wayne J. Again, another guy with great reviews. He's got over 1,000 ratings and 4.8 stars on Fiverr. Now, this guy was interesting to me because he appeared to use a variety of promotional methods in his gig. Like, it wasn't just Google ad campaigns. As you can see here, the guy says he'll share YouTube video and channel links via email and newsletter. He'll iframe end your video via mobile ads, and he'll use Web 2.0 optimization. And I thought that more diversified approach was pretty clever. On top of that, I also liked how the gig aimed to promote both my channel and a specific video of my choice. Kind of the best of both worlds there, you know? Now I went with the premium package here again for $55 and a 12-day delivery window. And as you can see, that comes with an audience of 5,000, and over here it says I could expect a 4.5 conversion rate to subs. So how did this gig turn out? Well, let's take a gander. I bought the service on September 28, and my subscriber count started to go up quite a bit within just a few hours. Honestly, nothing huge, but, you know, modest increases here and there. I think overall I got about 200 subs, although it's a little hard to tell because this gig overlapped a bit with TopGigs. Also, this batch too seemed to be mostly, if not all, from Vietnam. Now, again, I didn't see much happen in the way of watch time or engagement. Big bummer there, not gonna lie. But here's one thing that did make me happy. The specific video I gave to Wayne J to promote ended up performing pretty well. And it's still performing well, actually, even a month later. Granted, it's not racking in millions of views, and the average view duration is pretty lame, to be honest. But there's a steady trickle of people checking it out almost every day, as you can see in this graph here. And that's a pretty big deal to me, honestly. Like, none of my other videos are getting that kind of daily traction. And those slow but steady numbers really add up. Like, this video has earned me about $50 so far this month, which is like 95% of my total earnings on YouTube so far. So yeah, I was overall pretty satisfied with what Wayne J gave me in the end. And there you have it, folks. That's my breakdown of the Fiverr/Upwork promotional gigs I paid for. So what's the final verdict? Was I satisfied with what I got? Well, that's a tricky question to answer. I guess ultimately I'd say I'm glad I paid for monetization promotion, just because that allowed me to start making money from YouTube immediately, however little. And Wayne J's service was also cool, because it gave me that steady stream of traction for my one video. But that's probably where I'd cut it. Honestly, none of the viewers I gained from these services seem to care at all about my content, and that's reflected in the low engagement rate and bad audience retention in my analytics. Now that could be my fault too, of course. I mean, maybe my content's just not good enough to deserve a lot of attention right now. But in any case, I don't really see the point in pouring any more money into these services, which don't really seem to be growing my channel much right now. So yeah, I probably won't be going with Fiverr or Upwork anytime again soon. I think I'm just gonna do what I can by myself for a while. As for whether I recommend this kind of thing to new YouTubers, well, I'd say it depends on the kind of content you're making as well as your budget. Like if you're doing educational content, you'll probably find that the marketer you hire will have an easier time making an ad campaign for you, just because educational content is a lot easier to search for. If you're doing comedy like I am though, it'll likely be harder just because comedy tends to be very generic, so consequently it's difficult to categorize and market. Like, let's be real, nobody actively searches for a video of one guy playing 100 different people in a comedy skit. At least not that I know of. But yeah, in general, unless you really want to start making money right away from the YouTube Partnership Program, although even then, remember that you probably won't make much at all until you've built an audience with your own hands. I learned that the hard way. Remember, I hadn't even gotten 2 subscribers by myself before I went to Fiverr and Upwork, and because of that, my channel really hasn't grown that much. I'd say it's best to do promotion yourself. Like, study good SEO practices, up your thumbnail game, research the right places to post your videos, etc. That's really useful stuff to know as a YouTuber for the long run, after all. But anyway, that's about it for me. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped you out. And hey, if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to this video. That would mean a ton to me. So yeah, catch you guys later, and I'll see you whenever I see you. Take care.